This is a guide on how to counter super heavy samurai decks, short for SHS. As their new support cards released, its power is no doubt current meta's tier 1. The final tip will make your jaw drop as I save the best for last. First, in order to beat them, we need to learn about their weakness. The new support cards have restrictions on no spell or trap in graveyard, so naturally, most of their lists you see consist either fully or mostly monster-based. With that in mind, 5 Rainbow Magician is one card counter their entire deck. The main effect we are looking for is when there are 0 set card on the field. All monster they control cannot attack or activate their effect. So if you go first, placing this one card will shut them down completely, because they have no spell or trap that can be set. Even at going second, penned card usually goes to extra deck when destroyed, but if they are negated by Samurai Monster effect on activation, which they have to, because they won't be able to monster negate after activation. In that case, it is sent to graveyard instead. His other effect is if we set a card while this is in grave, we can place it in pen zone. We can also make use of this effect to use him as cost for other card, basically double dipping. Some common example include Labyrinth Chandelier, Branded Opening, etc. Before we move on to monster-based hand trap section, note that almost all samurai deck runs PSY package, which can be triggered from hand if they control no monster, so you want to save your monster hand trap when they have a monster on field when situation allows. Let's take a look at their combo. It abuses a lot of search and graveyard effects. All monster-based hand trap are powerful against this deck because they cannot run counters like called by. One common counter card to stop search is Droll and Lockbird, and common graveyard effect prevention is don't let them enter grave in the first place. Card like Dimension Shifter hurts their combo a lot. While there are other cards that can stop graveyard, main thing we looking here is hand trap that will prevent them from making the gate board. Next, let's talk about timing. If you have Max C, you want to hit it after Wakaushi summon, or Scarecrow discard special summon. Similarly, if you have Ghost Ogre, you want to hit when Wakaushi triggered penned effect. It will stop her effect because while at pen zone it is required to be on field to resolve. The downside for this is since Wakaushi is usually their starter, you might get hit by PSY. On Scarecrow, you want to trigger after its discard effect. This will also prevent the special summon from grave because it is required to be placed on where the arrow points to. If you have Ash Blossom, it is effective to hit cards that have hard once per turn restriction. For example, Motorbike and Monk Big Benkei. If you have Imperm or Effect Veiler, it is more effective to hit Scarecrow after his discard. If you have your own PSY, there are a lot to hit, but generally you want to target something that they need to trigger with cost. For example, their own PSY, Scarecrow and Scales. If you have DD Crow, you want to hit Soulpiercer because their combo abuses his sent to graveyard search effect multiple times in a turn. There are many other go second cards that can help you after their setup, but I won't be covering every one of them. Some noticeable example include Super Poly and Dark Ruler, no more. Lastly, if everything failed, use the big red button. Thank you for watching.
I love you. No.